Hey you guys, so at this point of our public service announcement video that you've been creating, you should have basically number 1 through number 5 done. And what you're going to actually be working on this week is you're going to first go over the rubric. I want you to look pretty diligently through that rubric so you know exactly what the grading expectations are going to be. And at the end of the week, you're actually going to be assessing yourself using that rubric and turning the rubric into me. And again, that's not going to affect your final grade because it just is to let you know where you're at in regards to getting your content in your video and actually making sure you're staying on task. Okay, so really making sure we're looking at that rubric to see what the expectations are going to be. After you review that rubric, that's when you're going to start recording your video footage. And with that video footage, we're really going to give you a lot of ideas and tips and tricks as to what kind of content you should be recording and how to actually manipulate it in iMovie. If you have a different video editing software that you like to use, by all means, go for it. Please use your video, whatever you're most comfortable with. If you're creating animation, or if you're creating a whiteboard video or an index card video or anything like that, again, just make sure that the video is easy to see and easy for us to understand your voiceover. After you're done recording, then you are going to get into your editing mode. And again, that's where you are going to make sure that you're using all the resources that I give you. There is really not going to be any excuse to not do a good job on this because I'm giving you everything that I got, and I feel like I'm fairly savvy with this stuff. One thing that you need to understand is you are not going to be allowed to create a Google slideshow and just click through the slides for your final video, okay? I don't want any slides that have just content written on it and you're just reading the content of it. That is not what this is going to be about, okay? And we still, even after me saying that, we always have a handful of videos that are turned in every quarter that is done that way, all right? So again, we're not just gonna have still frames of clip art, or we're not gonna have still frames of a Google slideshow. Everything is going to be live footage. That doesn't mean that you can't throw in a piece of clip art or a chart every once in a while, but this is original footage, so please make sure you read that on the rubric. What you're gonna do with your final video, once you export it into your camera roll, is you're gonna either put it into Google Drive or you're gonna put it into YouTube. Both of those things take a while for that video to process before it's live and I can watch it or any of our classmates can watch it. So I need you to make sure that you are doing it with enough time before the due date. Google Drive does take longer to upload than our Google Slide or than YouTube. So again, allow some buffer time for that. Once you are done putting it into YouTube or Google Drive, you have to make it a shareable link. Otherwise, no one's going to be able to watch your video. And on YouTube, you can simply just share the link to our discussion post, and that is where you're going to be turning in your content. All right, so 3 minutes is up. Please make sure that you guys are following the expectations here. If you are missing any of this stuff, okay, you want to get your groove on, time is of the essence, especially since we're not going to be able to see each other the last week of school or of this quarter. All right, so get a groove on, and I will see you all soon. Bye.